Can you imagine what it was like to walk with Jesus? What it would be like to walk with God? So God had his ministries for 3 years, 3.5 years, who knows, right? But he picked up 12 disciples, and they watched him do miracles. Whether it was turning water into wine, or walking on the water, or making the blind man see, they watched all that for years. Years. Could you imagine how great their faith was? It got greater and greater every time they saw a miracle. We might go our whole lives and never see a miracle like that. Maybe one their whole life, or more if we're involved in church, If we're heavily involved in church, we might see more. But anyway, these disciples, they saw miracle after miracle after miracle, right? Then they see this man that they loved nailed to a tree and put to death. You imagine what that felt like? And all he did was good, and then they put him to death. Okay, well, 3 days later, guess what? He came back to life. Now, can you imagine how they felt when they saw him alive and well? And Thomas looked at his hands and his side, said, "I believe." Can you imagine what that felt like that day? After seeing the despair of seeing him killed, and then he comes back to life, and after he'd done all those miracles? Can you imagine how they felt? So this man, he says, now God stands there and he says, well, I'm going to leave permanently now. I'm leaving permanently. But before I go, I want to give you one final blessing, right? Can you imagine how they felt that he was going to leave now? After all the miracles and everything he did? That he was going to just leave? They didn't want him to go. But he stands up and he says to them, one final preach one final message to him. You know what that was? He said, "He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved. If you believe not, you're going to be damned." After all I've done, you believe not in me, you're going to be damned. But if you believe in me and get baptized, you're going to be saved. Glory to God. That was the first message of the